All right, everybody, let's go ahead and get started in child's pose. So welcome to your bodies, welcome to your environments for the next 60 minutes of your life. No, really, it's just a practice that's about a little bit of patience here in the beginning. Finding a little more of a nurturing quality, a mindset where you're a little bit compassionate. And then the next step is really just to start to filter all the air that comes in and out of your body through your nose. Looking for deeper breaths than usual. And now in these shortened versions of the practice, these 60-minute versions, sometimes it means we pick the pace up a little bit. If you guys ever need to take a break, well, in fact, I shouldn't even say take a break, but if you guys need to take an energetic step back, then come back to child's pose. A break would be something different. It would be maybe going to the restroom or sitting up and watching other people practice. That's not yoga. Yeah, but for now, I'm going to walk you guys through a really nice sequence that's designed to release tension, flexibility, challenge you in your balance. And by the time you walk out of here, hopefully it'll be more like you're floating. Your only real responsibility, though, is just to take care of yourself. That's it. If you can stay present through your breath, that would be awesome. But for now, go ahead and stretch the arms out in front of you. Start to spread your fingers nice and wide. And then on your next inhale, rock up onto your hands and your knees. Curl your toes under. And as you exhale, lift your hips up and back for the first active pose, downward facing dog. Good. If you need to pedal the legs, lift a leg, do a push-up. Sing Yankee Doodle, whatever it does that lets you release expectations. And I find that oftentimes when expectations are attached to something, it manifests through movements in the body. So eventually we'll find stillness. That's part of the practice. So we want to find that fine line of discipline, which the discipline is with the breath, not the body necessarily, because that could get you injured. And doing what feels good. So obviously if it feels good and right to take off your clothes and run around naked around the room, we're not going to do that. But we are going to do what feels correct. Looking for the sensations that we're experiencing. So it's a sensational experience. You want to feel those feelings. It's not a visual experience, so withdraw the eyes a little bit. Good. And then go ahead and slide forward, plank pose, shoulders stack over the wrists. Pull the belly up, engage your core. Draw the tailbone down towards your heels. And slightly pull your heart forward through the shoulder gates. See if you can flex your quadriceps so they're lifting up. And let the heels press back and down. Good. Know that you can always set the knees down on the floor here. That's going to allow you to modify the pose. Modifying the practice is the name of the game, just like life. Good. Otherwise, see if you can lift your right toes off the ground. Let's just see where we are with that. If it's a little too challenging, skip it. Make sure you're making those decisions, not your ego. If you did lift your right toes, make sure they're no more than 3 inches off the floor. Good. And then if you lifted, then switch them. Right toes down, lift your left toes, and just see how straight you can make your left leg. Get it really straight. So you're pulling it out of that left hip socket. Just feel that heart pull forward a little bit, arms strong. Good. Set the left toes down, downward facing dog. Pull the hips back. This time unplug your hands, crawl them to the back of the mat, and grab your opposite elbows. Just kind of hang out. Check your feet, make sure they're parallel. You'll know if they're parallel because the pinky toes will be parallel with one another, not the big toes. And just kind of relax into this. Don't judge if you can't fold very deeply. I know when I'm new to the practice, I couldn't even touch my toes. And usually in the beginning of the practice, we're not quite warm yet. So put a nice bend in the knees. Acknowledge the lower back more than the hamstrings. Maybe sway around left and right if it feels nice. Just kind of let the body and the breath guide you. And let my voice drift to the back of your head, more like you're listening to a book on tape. You're listening more to yourself. You just kind of hear what I say. Take the hands behind your back, interlace the fingers, stretch the arms. Pull the collarbones back. Shrug the shoulders. Maybe send the knuckles off the back or over the head. Good. If you can't touch the hands, use a towel or a strap to connect the hands. Another modification. Good. And then from here, maybe put a little bend in that right knee and turn the left chest open so it's a little twist. Nothing big, nothing huge, just the tip of the iceberg here, guys. And then slowly come back to center, change sides, straighten out the right leg, bend the left knee a little bit, roll that right chest open. Good. Come back to center, release your hands down to the ground, flatten the back, pull the heart forward as you inhale, glance forward. And then fold in as you exhale. Let's do 2 more of those. Inhale, flat back, hands on shins, pull the heart forward. Fold in as you exhale. Just one more time. Inhale, flat back, lengthening. And then fold in, exhale, deepening. Crawl out to the top of the mat, downward facing dog, just like that. We'll start to warm the body up and flow a little bit more. But first, slide forward to plank position as you inhale. Good. And then lower all the way down to your belly as you exhale. Go ahead and stay there. Keep your thumbs by your upper ribs. Pull the elbows in. Release the tops of your feet. We'll just do 3 little cobras. The first one should be really small. Inhale, cobra number 1. Keep the elbows in tight to the body. And then exhale, chin to the ground. Good. Press gently into the hands. Inhale, roll up, lift a little bit higher. And then exhale, chin to the ground, exhale. Let's do 1 more of those. Inhale, roll back, open, and lift, maybe a little more. Exhale, chin to the floor. Curl the toes under. As you inhale, press straight up to plank position. And then hips up and back, downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. Yeah, just let the momentum of the breath increase. Feel the energy of the people around you in a good way. Kind of leave the bad if you get distracted by anything. Use your breath as a distraction away from all those other distractions. Good. From here, grip those palms into the mat. Spread the fingers wide. Press the heels down. Lift the hips high. Take an inhale, bend the knees, look forward. Step, float, or fly to the top of the mat as you exhale. And then back to the flat back. Hands on shins. Pull the heart forward. Fold in, exhale. A little small bend in the knees to protect the back. Stand up. Sweep your arms up and over the head. Big inhale. And then hands to the heart center. Exhale. Take 3 breaths. Be nice and still. You can close the eyes here. You can close the eyes throughout the whole practice if you like. Good. Why are you here? Set an intention for your practice. What do you want to get out of this? So it's not just mindless movements. And so it's more about how we do what we do, not just what we do. Make it personal, make it specific. Let's stay still in the body. Just take 1 more big inhale through the nose. Fill it up. Hold your breath at the top. And then open the mouth. Let it go. Nice. Arms down by your sides. Next inhale, sweep your arms up and over the head. Forward fold, exhale. Take your time. Lead with your heart. Good. Inhale, flat back, lengthen forward, and then step or hop the feet back. First full vinyasa, lower slow, halfway to upward facing dog, or all the way down to the ground for a cobra. It's gentle, it's sweet. Inhale, hit that spot. Downward facing dog as you exhale. And we're just going to start to move through a few of these now that we kind of warmed up slowly. Good. We'll start to move a little more briskly. Inhale, lift the hips and bend the knees. Exhale, step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, please. Inhale, flat spine. Fold in, exhale. Stand up, root down to rise. Sweep the arms to the sky. And then hands to the heart center, exhale. Good, do it again. Inhale, sweep and reach. Synchronize the breath as you move. So as you exhale, forward fold, personal groove. Find that. Inhale, glance forward, finding length. Step or hop the feet back. Lower down with pure strength. Good, cobra. Inhale, pull the heart forward and up. And then downward facing dog as you exhale. Good, just take a breath or 2. Just keep coming back to that breath. Good. Another one. Inhale, lift the hips and bend the knees. Step or lightly hop. Top of the mat, please. Inhale, flat spine. Fold in as you exhale. Stand up. Sweep your arms up and over. So high over the head. Hands to the heart center. Exhale. Do it again. Inhale, sweep and reach. Forward fold. Exhale gracefully. Inhale, lengthen out. Flat spine. Step or hop back. Lower down. Blend the body, the breath, and the mind. Cobra. Inhale, upward facing dog. Just open up. See what you can find. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Steady breath, steady mind. Good. Very nice. From here, lift your right leg straight back behind you. Keep it nice and straight. Now this is like a real advanced version of cat-cow. Let's see how it goes. Slide forward to plank as you inhale. Pull the heart forward. Knee to nose. Exhale, round the shoulder blades. Stay in plank. Right leg straight. Straighten it back. Inhale, pull the heart forward. Knee to nose the second time. Round and squeeze. One more time. Shoot the right leg back. Pull the heart forward. Knee to nose. Round and step the foot through top of the mat. Good. Take your time on this first one. Come up to your fingertips. Pull the heart forward. Put a little bend in your left knee for crescent pose. Reach your arms straight up above you, palms facing each other. Good. Feel like you're dragging your feet towards each other. And then see if you can tilt your tailbone down underneath you. Point that tailbone straight down towards the floor. Good. Create down dog in your arms minus the hands. So the shoulders plug back and down, but you're really extending, like you're pressing the ceiling away with your fingertips. Good. Try to lift your lower belly in. Beautiful. Take one more inhale here. Bring the hands down to the floor as you exhale. Draw the right leg back and lower down slow. Keep your elbows in tight. Shave the ribs. Inhale, pull the chest open. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Yeah, now just for this first one, lift that left leg up. Get it real high. Keep it straight. And on your inhale, slide forward to plank. Pull the heart forward. As you exhale, knee to nose, round like a cat. Stay in plank. Left leg back. Pull the heart forward. Knee to nose, exhale, round. Let's do it one more time. Left leg straightens back, pull the heart through, step the left foot through all the way top of the mat. Take your time, find your stance, your balance, put a little bend in the right knee. Inhale, reach the arms up vertically. Draw the tailbone down. You want to feel the lower belly lift all the way up through the fingertips. If you're a little bit wobbly, squeeze that outer left thigh towards your right hip. Squeeze that right hip towards your outer left thigh. Squeeze and get tiny in that midline. Good. Then take one more inhale, reach a little higher, hands down to the ground as you exhale. Shoot the left leg back and lower slow. Good. Inhale, open up, find that flow. Downward facing dog as you exhale, drop your head low. Good. Nice. So we're just going to flow through that for a couple of rounds, just stoking that fire a little bit more. Inhale, wind your hips back, bend the knees, step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, please. Inhale, flatten the spine. Fold in, exhale. Go ahead and stand up. Sweep your arms up and over the head. Pull the hands to the heart center. Exhale. We call this one chair pose. So look at your feet. Make sure they're parallel. Bend the knees deeply. Traditionally, the feet are touching, but if you have lower back problems, that's not traditional. You separate the feet wider. Good. Pull that lower belly in. Draw the tailbone down. Shift the weight into your right foot. Lift your left foot off the ground. Good. Warrior 3. Kick the left leg behind you. You're basically balancing on that right leg. Lay the torso out in front of you with no attachment or judgment, even if you're good at it. Don't be proud of yourself. Try not to be frustrated if you're falling. Good. Take one more inhale. Drop both hands down to the ground. Relax your neck. Feel the inner left thigh rolling up, so you're squaring the hips rather than opening the hip. We'll open that hip later. And then let that heavy head relax. Some of you guys have so much tension in that neck. You got to reserve that energy for the long haul. Take one more inhale here. Feet together as you exhale. You inhale, flat back, lengthen out. Fold in, exhale, stand up again. Sweep your arms up and over the head. Hands to the heart center, exhale. Do that again, chair pose. Bend the knees, squat down. Make sure you can see the toes. Good. Shift the weight into your left foot this time. Lift your right foot up. Take your time. When you're ready to kick the right leg back, that's when you do it. Not necessarily right when your neighbor does it. Pull the heart forward. Notice how you can bend the left knee as much as you want. Good. And then try to relax into a balancing pose. Give it one last breath. Both hands down to the ground as you exhale. Relax your heavy head. Feel the inner right thigh roll up. One of my favorite stretches. It's so simplistic, so simple, you know. I would call yoga a very simple practice. But man, I wouldn't call it easy. Take one last inhale here, feet together, top of the mat. Inhale, flat spine, lengthen out, step or hop back, lower down. Good. Cobra, inhale, try not to flail, use your muscle. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. Everybody lift your right leg back, inhale. Knee to the nose, exhale, curl and round. This time, right leg back, three-legged down dog, step it all the way through, top of the mat. Back to crescent pose. Inhale, sweep your arms high. This time, lay your torso over your right thigh. Reach your arms down by your sides. Good. Come back to crescent pose. No rush at all. Hands to the floor as you exhale, right leg back, lower slow. Good. Cobra, inhale, feel the control. Good, downward facing dog, exhale, hips to the sky. Left leg sweeps back, inhale, lift it, knee to the nose, exhale, round it, stick it. Inhale, pull it back, step it through, top of the mat. So crescent, inhale, find your balance, reach the arms high, and then belly lays over your left thigh, exhale, arms down by your side. Back to crescent pose, inhale, hands to the ground, exhale, shoot the left leg back, lower slow. You got it. Inhale, tailor that individual flow, and then downward facing dog, exhale, let the neck go. Feel the flow, breath. Good. Stepping further and further away from your thoughts and more into the feelings that you're experiencing. Good. Let's keep moving. Inhale, wind the hips back, bend the knees, step or spring, top of the mat, please. Inhale, lengthen out. Fold in, exhale. This time, squat down right away. Chair pose, inhale, squat low, reach high. Stand up, hands to the heart center. Back to chair pose, one breath. Forward fold, exhale, straight legs. Inhale, flat spine, lengthen out. Step or hop the feet back, lower down. Good, you got it. Cobra, inhale, it's all about the technique. Downward facing dog, exhaling. Lift your right leg back, inhale. Knee to the nose, exhale, curl and round. Inhale, sweep your right leg high, step it through between your hands, back to crescent pose. Inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Good, lay the torso over your right leg as you exhale, arms down. Back to crescent pose, inhale. Good, second time, torso over right leg, exhale. Back to crescent, inhale. Good, hands to the ground, exhale, right leg back, lower down slowly and sweetly. Inhale, open that heart freely. Downward facing dog, exhaling, last side to go. Lift your left leg back, inhale, knee to nose, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, pull your left leg back, step it through, top of the mat. So the inhale brings you up high to the sky. Lay the belly button over that left thigh, exhale, one of two. Inhale, back to crescent pose, no rush. Second time over that left knee, exhale. Back to crescent, inhale, sink down, reach higher. Hands to the ground as you exhale. Left leg back, lower, slow. Cobra, inhale, feel the flow. Downward facing dog as you exhale, let the head go. Good, nice job. Everybody take a nice big inhale through the nose. Open the mouth, let it go. We're going to keep on moving here. Inhale, lift the hips and bend the knees. Step or hop to the top of the mat, please. Inhale, flat spine, lengthening. Fold in, exhale, deepening. Come into chair pose this time. Hold chair as you squat down. Bring the hands to in front of your heart and twist to the right side. Hook your left elbow, outer right knee, right thigh. Start to engage that left hip. Pull it back a little bit. At the same time, pull the shoulders back away from the ears. And coordinate the breath according to the twist, meaning you're getting a little deeper on the exhale when the lungs are empty. Good. We get to do a few more of these today, so let's go ahead and move on. Back to chair. Use your core to transition. Switch sides as you exhale. Right elbow out or left knee, left thigh. Now, if the feet are together, the knees should be together. Glue them together. Pull that hard forward. And try not to work so hard in your chair twist. Try to let the breath do the work. Good, that's it. Back to chair as you inhale. Forward fold, exhale, head to the floor. Inhale, glance out, find length. Step or hop the feet back, lower down, using pure strength. Cobra, inhale, open the chest, lift the heart. Downward facing dog, exhale. Good, let's move on. Lift your right leg back, inhale. Knee to the nose, exhale, squeeze. Inhale, pull it back. Step it all the way through. This time, spin your back heel flat on the ground. Warrior one, sweep your arms straight up. Good. So you want to square those hips. Feel that inner left thigh stretch. And take your right hand behind your back on this one. See if you can reach it around your back to the outer left hip. Good. Outer left hip. That's it. Good. Now reach through the left fingertips here, really high. Let that right shoulder blade pull back. Good. Very nice. This should feel a nice shoulder opener. Keep your left arm up, reach your right arm up. Take an inhale here. Bring the hands behind the back as you exhale. Interlace the fingers there. Inhale, pull the chest open, and then slowly fold inner right leg as you exhale. Just kind of bow with a little bit of devotion. Call it humble warrior. So there's a little bit of humility included in the pose. Just taking a little bow to all the yogis who've come before and who will come after. Good. Release both hands down to the ground. Step back to plank position. Pause here. Lower your forearms down. I repeat, forearms one by one down to the ground. Good. And then see if you can lengthen your tailbone down towards your heels, but pull your heart forward a little bit. And try not to be so reactive. There's a tendency to not like this pose very much. Good. We're going to take the vinyasa out of the practice for just a couple of minutes. And instead, we're going to come into what's called Sphinx pose. Keep your forearms where they are. Release the body down to the floor. Release the tops of your feet. You want that vertical line from that shoulder to the elbow. So find that nice vertical line. Find the resting back bend. So right in that thoracic spine. Good. Prop the heart up. It should feel kind of nice. Good. Moving on. Curl the toes under. Lift the knees, the thighs, the lower belly. Come right back to forearm plank pose. Just 3 breaths. Good. And then one palm or both palms at the same time. Come back to plank pose. Good. Take an inhale. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Lift your left leg back. Inhale. Knee to the nose. Exhale. Squeeze. Inhale. Pull your left leg back, please. Step it all the way through. Spin your back heel flat. Come up to warrior one. Yeah, so sometimes warrior one can be a little confrontational if you're a little newer to yoga. See if you can get that back outer edge of the right foot flat on the ground. Let the left hip pull back a little bit. And then take your left hand behind your back just for this first one. See if you can wrap the outer right hip or right thigh. Good. With a purpose, though. Pull that outer left shoulder blade back and extend through the right fingertips, but not at the expense of moving your right shoulder. Plug the right shoulder blade down. Good. Feel the energy rising through the crown of the head. And then keep your right arm up. Let the left arm join it as you reach it up. Take an inhale. Both hands behind the back as you exhale. Interlace the fingers. Pull the chest open. Fold inner left leg. As you exhale, bow to the floor. Good. Feel the back leg really strong and active. Feel the outer left hip pulling inwards. All this technical stuff is really just about keeping you safe. And it's structured to let you focus on your breathing pattern. Because once you know where to put the hip, the feet, what to do with the legs, then you know that you can breathe smoothly and freely. Good. Release the hands down to the ground. Step back to plank position. Use your core strength. Lower your forearms down to the ground one by one. Just with a good attitude. A little bit of gratitude for the stomach muscles that you do have. Good. And this time, if you want more, lift your right toes off the floor. It's an option, just like walking in here was. Good. If you lifted them, switch them. Right toes down. Lift your left toes off the floor. Good. Left toes down. Back to Sphinx pose. Lay the body down. Good. I like Sphinx pose. It's probably my favorite back bend because it's intense for me. But if you want a little bit more, bend your knees. Arch the crown of your head back towards your heels. And only a select few of you that are hyper open in the back start to lift your elbows off the ground. Keep your palms where they are and draw the shoulders back away from the ears. Good. Only if it feels right, you know? Good, nice job. Forearms down, shoot the legs back, curl the toes under, lift the knees, the thighs, the lower belly. 3 deep breaths. Be the last one of these. I know you'll be sad to see him go. Good. One palm at a time or both. Press up to plank pose. Take a big inhale. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Good. Let's move on. Inhale, lift the hips. Bend the knees. Step or slingshot those feet. Top of the mat, please. Inhale, flatten the spine. Fold in as you exhale. Chair position. Bend the knees. Squat low. Reach high. Hands to the heart center. Twist to the right side. We've been here before. Let's go a little deeper, which might mean you do nothing but increase the pressure. If you want to move that left arm down to the ground on the outside of the right foot, reach your right arm up. You're welcome to do that. Good. Usually if you're just listening to the body, it'll kind of tell you what to do. Now, if you're new, you just got to figure it out, kind of try, see what works for you. Good, nice job. Slowly back to chair pose. Use your core. Inhale. Switch sides on the exhale. Wrap the right elbow, outer left knee, left thigh. Drag that heart forward. Yeah, notice the knees are pretty even here. And maybe shoot the right arm down, left arm up. Just a suggestion. That's all this class is, full of suggestions. Good, pretty sweet, you guys. Back to chair pose. Inhale, forward fold as you exhale. Inhale, flat back, get a little longer. Step or hop the feet back, lower down, get a little stronger. Cobra, inhale, pull that heart forward and up. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Sweep your right leg up. Inhale here, right knee, right elbow. Exhale, new movement. Inhale, sweep your right leg back. To the left elbow across the body, twist it. Inhale, sweep your right leg high, right knee, right shoulder. Hold it there for 3. Arm balance if you know how to do it for 2. And 1. Good, Chris. Reach that right leg back. Inhale, step it all the way through. Spin your back foot flat. Warrior 1, warrior 2. Inhale, reach your arms straight up. And then open the arms up, warrior 2. Good. So good old warrior 2. Yeah, you want to bend that right knee about 90 degrees. Good. Pull that left chest open. And then it's all about the eyes from there. Once you draw the tailbone down, choose to look at one place or close the eyes. Your choice. Good. Good. From here, turn your right palm facing up. Without changing your legs, reverse the warrior. Pull through the side body. Anchor that right knee. Anchor your left leg. Good, nice job. Take one more inhale here. Cartwheel the arms down to the ground. Right leg back, lower down, nice and slow. Inhale, open up. Feel the control. A downward facing dog as you exhale. Lift your left leg back. Inhale. Left knee, left elbow. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, pull your left leg high. Twist it across to that right elbow side. Inhale, pull it back. Left knee, left shoulder. Can you get it that high for 3? If you know the arm balance, give it a try for 2. And 1. Inhale, sweep that left leg back. Can you step it all the way through? Back foot flat, warrior 1. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, warrior 2. This is that little pivot that happens in that right hip. You spread those arms wide as can be, and you soften the tailbone down, choosing where you want to look. Sometimes I feel like if my mind gets a little bit overwhelmed, I just close my eyes, just use my imagination. Imagine that I'm already in Shavasana. Imagine that I'm at Bora Bora, the pina colada in hand, maybe in outer space, floating around. And turn the left palm up. Inhale, reverse warrior. Pull through the side body. Anchor that left knee. Anchor the back leg. Should feel pretty sweet here. If this doesn't feel sweet, see me after class. I'll show you. You're doing something wrong. Take one more inhale here. Let it go. Both hands down to the ground. Find your flow. Left leg back, lower slow. Inhale, open that chest. Lift your heart. Downward facing dog as you exhale. Right back to the start. Good. Moving on. Take a couple breaths. Enjoy your downward facing dog. Good. Let's get to it. Inhale, wind the hips back. Bend the knees. Step or lightly hop to the top of the mat, please. Inhale, look out. Fold in, exhale. Squat down, chair pose. Bend the knees. Once again, hands to the heart. Twist to the right. Hook the left elbow out of right knee. Different thing this time. Shift the weight into your right foot. Can you lift your left heel off the ground? If you get that far, maybe try to lift your whole left foot. If you get that far, lift your left heel towards your left butt. Nice. Good. Back to chair pose, feet together. Inhale, reach up. Twist to the other side as you exhale. Use the right elbow. Just a little bit of balance here. All you're doing is shifting all the body weight into your left foot, keeping the twist and lifting your right heel up. And if you deem necessary that you can go further, lift your whole right foot up in the air. Good. Do it without holding your breath and without judging yourself. Maybe lift the right heel all the way up to that right glute muscle. And then right foot next to left. Back to chair pose as you inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. Nice. Inhale, flat spine. Look out. Step or hop the feet back and lower down. Good. Cobra. Inhale. Open that chest. Lift your heart. Keep your form. Downward facing dog. Exhale. Body's warm. Lift the right leg back. Inhale. Right knee, left elbow. Exhale. Squeeze. Inhale. Sweep your right leg back, please. Right knee, right elbow. Inhale, pull the right leg back. to the left elbow once again. This time, slide it as high as you can and straighten your right leg. Flex the outer edge of your right foot and spin your left foot flat. Lean into your right hand and reach your left arm up. If you want more, lift your right foot off the floor as high as you can. Just for 3. And 2. In 1, left hand down, spin onto your left toes, sweep the right leg back, and then step it all the way through to the top of the mat. Hold here. Lean into your right fingertips, reach your left arm straight up in the air. You could use a block if you like. That back heel's flat on the ground. Good. Can you feel your knee press into your arm? If not, move your hand closer to your foot. Good. And then keep rolling that left chest open. Good. Breathe into the sensational experience that you're having. Good. There you go. Good. From here, press up to warrior 2 slowly but surely. Good. Straighten your right leg. Pivot your right foot in parallel to your left foot. Good. Take the right arm underneath your left arm, basically like you're hugging yourself. And then get your palms together. Keep the elbows where they are. Lift your elbows up. Send the hands to the front of the room or to the wall in front of you. And feel the shoulder blade stretch right between those 2 scapulas. Good. If you want to lean back, that's fine. Just make sure the tailbone draws down. Good. Sometimes it's already intense and leaning back's too excessive. I'm speaking from experience. Good. This is one of the few times we're allowed to round those shoulder heads forward. Go ahead and open the arms. Inhale. Bring the hands to the hips. Forward fold as you exhale. Take your time. Fold over those legs. Drop the hands down if you want to. Grab the outer edges of your feet or just hook your opposite elbows. Just kind of hang out. See what works for you and your body type. No, there's all kinds of people in the room. There's people with the head on the floor. There's people can't touch the floor. And ultimately, I feel sorry for the people with the head on the floor because they have nowhere else to go. Flexibility is definitely not a prerequisite for yoga. It's the kind of thing where we're looking to balance ourselves out. So the people who are unflexible need it a little bit more. Good. Go ahead and take your right hand, place it underneath your nose on the floor, and reach your left arm straight up. Good. So it's underneath the nose, not the belly button. There we go. Roll that left chest open. Feel those internal muscles do the work. Feel the lower belly work. Good. If you made it this far, can you take your left hand behind your back and wrap the inner right thigh? If your arm's not long enough, just open your left chest. That's plenty. And can you soften while you do it? That's kind of like the art of the practice of yoga. So often you get people in here, usually men that are used to doing strong, heavy lifting kind of things, and you tell them to soften, and they don't even know what it means. Hopefully they come back and they learn it, and eventually it takes time. Take one more inhale here. Release the left hand down as you exhale. Crawl over to your right foot and spin your right toes to the front of the room. Good. Frame your right foot and bend your right knee 90 degrees. Spin onto your back toes. Crescent pose is where we're going. Reach your arms straight up above you. Good. See how much length you can get as you reach high to the sky. Bring the hands to the heart center. Twist to the right. Hook your left elbow. Outer right knee, right thigh. Pull the heart forward and breathe. Good. Nice. So get longer through the chest. Just like if you had a towel that got drenched in water, fell in the swimming pool or bathtub or whatever, you want to lengthen it out to wring it out, not crunch it into a tiny little ball. Good. Now, kind of a tough transition here. Let's see how it goes. Shift the weight into your right foot, press up onto your left toes, and come up to chair twist. Left foot next to right. Good. And then squat all the way down to your heels. Reach your left arm to the ground, reach your right arm up. For those of you who know side crow or want to give it a try, bring both hands down to the ground and keep the knees together and rock the weight into that left tricep. This is just another variation of a twist. And it's optional. Good. Breathe. Last 3 breaths. Good. Mindfully in 2, we're going to be in a forward fold. Everybody straighten those legs. Separate the feet hips width apart. Take your first 2 fingers, hook your big toes. Inhale, flatten the spine, lengthen out. Exhale, fold in. Pull the head gently down. Good. And this should feel pretty sweet on the lower back, on the hamstrings. Good. Just feel that nice length happening right around that sacrum, that L4, L5. Good. Release the toes, flatten the back. Inhale. Step back to plank position. Hold that and step your feet together. Good. Roll onto the outer edge of your left foot. Reach your right arm straight up. You could set your left knee down here for the modification. Modification is a sign of intelligence. Don't shy away from that. Otherwise, extend your right arm over the right ear. Lift the hips up a little higher than you think you can. And then consider lifting your right foot up. Nice job. Everybody reach that right arm up. Last inhale. Come into plank pose. And then everybody set that left knee down. Straighten the right leg back. Reach the left arm forward in a handshake position. And then bend your right knee. Can you reach back with your left hand and grab the top of the foot, but do it mindfully? If you can't grab the foot, leave it out of the equation. Choose not to include it into your experience today. You have that power. But if you do have the right foot, press it into the hand, pull the chest open, arch the heart forward, and breathe. Good. Good. It's spring-loaded. Use the core as soon as you let go of that foot. Left arm forward, right leg back. Take an inhale, lift. Set everything down. Exhale. Step the feet back to plank position, 1 foot at a time. We're going to set up for 3 yogi-style push-ups. You can set the knees down if you'd like. Otherwise, bend the elbows. Inhale, lower. Exhale, press up, upper body strength. 2 more times. Inhale, lower. Press up. 1 more to go. Inhale, lower down. Exhale, press up. Downward facing dog. Good job. Lift your left leg back. Inhale. Good. Left knee, right elbow. Exhale, twist. Last side to go. Inhale, pull your left leg back. Left knee, left elbow, squeeze. Inhale, pull your left leg high to the right elbow. Hold it there for a few. If you want to straighten the left leg, do it. Flex the foot. Spin the right foot flat. Lean into your left hand and reach the right arm up. And if you have the technique and the core strength, lift your left foot up as high as you'd like to for 3. Good. Steady breath. 2 and 1. Right hand returns down. Spin onto your right toe. Shoot the left leg back like a laser and then step it all the way through to the top of the mat. Spin your back heel flat. Keep your left hand on the ground outside of your left foot or on a block and reach the right arm straight up. Good. Oh yes, down the home stretch. And now you're going to open that right chest just a little bit more and then extend your right arm over the right ear. I remember when I was new to the practice, this pose right here was more than miserable. It was torture. I don't know if it was the hip or what it was. Now it's one of my favorite things. It's interesting how it's an acquired taste, a lot of these poses. Good. Now mindfully reach your right arm up. Try not to change your legs, but press up to warrior 2. Good. Nice release coming up. Straighten your left knee. Pivot your left foot in parallel to your right. It's going to be the left arm underneath the right, like you're hugging yourself. And then get your palms together. Good. Lift the elbows up. Send the hands towards the red wall in front of you. And maybe start to lean a little bit back. Only if the tailbone draws down and you feel the capacity to do that. It's more about lifting the elbows up than it is about leaning back. And sometimes this hits the spot. Remember, tune into the sensation. It's similar to pain, so if it feels painful, you got to back off. A sensation goes away soon. Pain does not. Good. Open the arms. Inhale. Hands behind the back. Reverse prayer. So get the palms together. Point the fingers up. This is going to be too much for a lot of us, so grab your opposite elbows instead. Good. Lead with your heart and slowly fold in when you're ready. Keep your legs strong. So there's a tendency to want to lock the legs out in this kind of pose, especially if you're hyper flexible. Try not to lock the legs out. Good. Now there is a lot of rest happening in the pose, but it's not a resting pose. Breathe as you feel the tension dripping off the crown of your head, down the shoulders, staying with your breath. Nice job. Release your hands down to the ground. You're welcome to go upside down here if you'd like. If you're not going to go upside down, I'd rather you crawl the hands out in front of you onto the wood floor and get a really wide stance, like it's a downward facing dog with wide, wide legs. So don't be shy with those arms. Crawl them way out there if you can. And press the floor away and pull those hips back. Good. Nice. Good. And breathe. One of my favorite stretches. Some of the best medicine for your back is happening right now, as long as you include the breath. The breath is the medicine. The shape of the body is just a conduit in which the medicine can flow through your body. Good. If you're upside down, slowly come on down. And then everybody crawl the hands back a little bit so that left hand is underneath your face. Reach your right arm straight up. Good. Remember, feel those little internal muscles do all the work here. So you're getting longer through the chest and you're rolling that right chest open. And if you're actually enjoying this, take your right hand behind your back, wrap the inner left thigh, and open your right chest just a little bit more. Try to keep your hips level, keep them even, keep your breath. Good. Nicely done. Last inhale here. Slide your right hand down to the ground and crawl over to your left foot. Remember the crescent? We're going to set up for that big twist. Spin your left toes to the front of the room. Bend the left knee, frame the left foot, spin onto your right toes. Find your balance and come all the way up vertically. Reach as high as you know how to. First, keep the length. Inhale, hands to the heart. Twist to the left as you exhale. Wrap the right elbow, outer left knee, left thigh. And if you want to set the right knee down, that's fine. That's just a modification. Otherwise, you want to straighten out the right leg. A lot of the twist happens from that right leg. Roll those left ribs open. Stem, crown of the head shoots forward. Good. Now, setting up for that transition, it's a little bit tricky. Shift the weight into your left foot and step the right foot up, chair twist. Then can you squat all the way down to your heels and straighten your right arm down or reach your left arm up? If you want the arm balance, feel free to bring both hands down, glue the knees together, find chaturanga with your arms, and then just lift the feet up. Pull the chest forward if you go there. Good. Last 3. And 2. Forward fold in 1. Everybody separate the feet shoulder width apart. Lift your toes. Slide your hands all the way underneath your feet. So you're standing on your hands. Be generous with the bend in your knees. Feel every little nook and cranny. Fingers, toes. Soften the nose. Oh, yes. Oh, nice job. Release the hands from the feet. Go ahead and separate your feet a little bit wider. Point the toes out. So yogi squat. Usually you have a pretty wide base with the feet. Squat all the way down. Bring the hands together. Start to pull and extend your heart forward. Just a necessary stretch here as we explore the range of motion of how people used to sit. And probably why there was a lot less back problems. They're actually designing toilets that sit like this. Little interesting fact. True story. I'm going to buy one. Good. Take a few more breaths. If you want the arm balance, you're welcome to do it now. Crow pose, hands on the ground. Either way, 5 more breaths. Stay here or arm balance. Knees into the arms. Feel the chaturanga with the arms. Pull the heels a little higher. Good. Last 3. Good. And 2. We're going to meet in downward facing dog at 0, 1, and 0. Step or hop the feet back. Optional vinyasa if you want to take it. Good. And then the last couple strong things here. Good. Step the feet together. Slide forward to plank position. Roll onto the outer edge of your right foot this time. Reach your left arm up. Side plank. Remember, the right knee can come down on this one if you'd like. Good. There is light at the end of the tunnel. I've seen it. Extend your left arm over the left ear. Lift the hips up a little higher if you want. Lift the left foot. Good. Left arm up, last inhale. Come into plank pose. Good. And go ahead and set that right knee down. Good. Extend the left leg back. Reach the right arm forward, handshake position. Get stronger first. And then if you did the other side, do this side. Bend the left knee, reach back with your right hand, grab the top of the foot, press the foot into the hand, pull that heart open. Extension. Breathe. You know what happens sometimes is when we fatigue, we lose our form. You know, just like everything else, sports included, that's when injuries occur. You got to be careful at this point in the practice. Use the belly as soon as you let go. Right arm forward, left leg back. Take an inhale. Set them both down as you exhale. Step back to plank position. 3 more yogi-style push-ups. You got 1 more minute of strong stuff, and that's it. 3 optional yogi-style push-ups. Set the knees down if you'd like. Otherwise, bend the elbows. Inhale, lower. Press up, exhale. 2 more to go. Inhale, bend them. Exhale, press. 1 more time, bend the elbows. Press up, hold here. Lower both elbows down to the ground. 30 seconds. I'm counting. You should just breathe and experience the pose without being reactive. Good. Last 20 seconds. If you want more, lift your right toes off the floor. Good. Right knee, right elbow. If you want it, squeeze it. Right leg back and down. Last 10 seconds. Lift your left toes if you want it. Left knee, left elbow, squeeze it. Left leg back and down. 3, 2, 1. Lay down on your belly. Good. Reach your arms down by your sides. We did the half bow. We'll do the full bow in a second. First, take a big fat inhale through the nose. Let some sound out of your mouth. Bend the knees. Reach back with your hands, please. Grab the outer ankles if it's available. Otherwise, come back to the Shalabhasana, interlace fingers behind the back. That's your other option. If you have the feet, press the feet into your hands, pull the chest open, and breathe into your heart space. Keep the knees no wider than the shoulders, no narrower than the hips, and take 5 deep, deep breaths. Good. Chest open, 4. Knees higher, 3. Breath deep, 2. 1 last inhale. Release it all down. Exhale. Turn your face to the opposite side. And then 1 more time. Take a big fat inhale through the nose. And then open the mouth. Good. Let's come back to the last down dog. If you want cobra, you're welcome to take that, or upward facing dog. Or you could just press up and back. Take your time. Good, nice job. Everybody lift your right leg straight back and up. Good, step that right foot through and then heel toe the right foot all the way to the left side of the mat. Flex the right foot as you drop the right knee down. Set that left knee down. Pull the heart forward, pigeon pose. Inhale, look forward and up. And then maybe it's an option to fold forward if you'd like to go a little deeper. Sometimes the hip doesn't want to go deeper. Good, breathe. Soften. Good. And I'm not just talking about softening the hips here, guys. I'm talking about softening everything. Face, toes, fingers. There's a tendency sometimes when you're used to holding on to things, you'll grip the fingers or the fists. Let those things go. Let the exhale take you to another level of the pose. Maybe even match the length of your inhale with the length of your exhale. Good. Take 5 more of your deepest breaths yet. Take your time. Come back to your palms. See if you can just lean a little weight into that right leg and swing the left leg around to the front of the mat. And then once you get there, place the soles of your feet together. Pull the feet in a little bit closer. Good. And then sit up nice and tall. Take an inhale. And then fold in as you exhale. This is a little too much for you. Just send the feet a little forward and then reach the hands underneath and grab the feet. Sometimes that's a nice one. Either way, you're lifting the chest. Find extension. Breathe into whatever you feel. It's just like a pair of jeans. If I was going to pass the same pair of jeans around the room, it's going to look different on every single person. The inhales for extension, and the exhales for deepening, even if it's at a very small molecular level. Nice job, release. Now the left leg's already kind of set up for it. Just swing that right leg all the way to the back of the mat. Set yourself up. Pigeon pose left side. Good. Again, if you are nursing injuries in that left knee, it's probably better that you lay on your back and take what's called thread the needle pigeon. It's a better option. If you don't know it, just wave me over. I'll show it to you. And then again, come back to the surrendering mindset, letting go. Just let the breath be enough. In this world of overstimulation, sometimes when we come to our yoga mats, we feel like the need to do something more. Yoga is really just a practice about being. In this posture-oriented practice that we're doing today, the asana is only one little part of yoga. The breath work's another big part of it. But ultimately, it's all to just have a more calm, peaceful mindset, attitude, so that we can live more quality lives. Let's see what you can let go of here. Take about 5 more deep, deep breaths. Take your time. Lean that weight into the left leg after you come back to the palms. And then swing the right leg around to the front of the mat. Just have one more seated stretch. Legs straight out in front of you. And usually if you press the palms down by your sides, you can even out the sits bones. Lean forward a little bit. You could reach your arms up. Take an inhale. Forward fold as you exhale. If you can't grab the feet, either grab the calves, undersides, use a towel as a strap, or bend the knees a little bit and grab the feet that way. Either way, let this be more about your lower back than it is about your hamstrings. Good. Take one more inhale, lengthening. Lay down on your back, exhaling. Always a sweet moment on your back here. Bring the knees into the chest. Take happy baby pose. Reach out, grab the outer edges of the feet, plug the knees down. So the arms are inside the knees, but the hands are outside the feet. Use the biceps to pull the knees towards the floor. And maybe rock a little side to side if it's something that feels nice in your body. Good. From here, bring the hands to the inner thighs. Press the knees towards the floor or hook the big toes if you have that flexibility. Straighten the legs out to the sides. So one of two options. Good. Release the toes. Close the legs together, straight up in the air. Bring the palms on the floor in front of you. Stay here if you like for 1 minute, or press the feet up and over your head. Plow pose. Be gentle with your neck. Be careful. Bring the palms to your lower back. Walk the elbows in a little bit. If you want shoulder stand, extend the legs up to the ceiling one by one. Let the gravity flow reverse its normal path. Just a moment, just a touch. And then slowly returning back to plow pose, no rush. And bring the palms on the floor in front of you. And even slower, slow as you know how to. Start to lower out of your spine, one vertebra at a time, until the lower back touches down. And when it does, one last little thing, let's twist. Knees together, stack your right knee over the left knee. And drop those knees to the left, open your right arm over to the right. And you can even scoot that left hip a little bit more underneath you if you like. And any remaining tension in the body, just see if you can let that dissolve. Very nice. Come back to the center line. Untangle the legs, then do the same thing opposite side. Left knee over right, drop those knees to the right, open your left arm to the left, maybe turn your face to the left. Final spinal twist here. Any nooks or crannies left unturned, try to soften them now. Come back to the center line. Hug the knees into the chest for the very last time. Give everything a big squeeze goodbye, guys. Last 5 seconds. Take a big inhale. Hold your breath. For 5, squeeze everything into a little tiny ball of energy. 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let it all go to Shavasana, the final resting pose. Congratulations, you guys made it. Close the eyes, cover them if you like. Turn the palms up, let the knees fall open. And then just be. According to how deeply you relax your body here will be applicable to how well you float on out of here pretty soon. Just let the breath return back to its normal state, and let yourself return back to your normal state. The deeper you go, the deeper the reward will be. And from here, everybody start to come back. And really just place your left hand over your heart, the right hand over the belly. I feel grateful for your practice, but just for showing up. See if you can let these feelings that you have now carry with you throughout the rest of your day, maybe even your week. And then just feel the warmth of your right hand into your belly. Take a nice big deep inhale into that. And then open the mouth, let it go. Same thing, hand over the heart. Take a nice big deep inhale into that. And then open the mouth. Good. And bring the hands together in front of your heart center. And namaste.